Gosh damn it, I gotta change that. I'll change that right now. Also, welcome trick. Share. This is what I need. Change. Change it to this for now. Select. None. Jeez. Sorry. Okay. Tee. That's such a good soundbite. I love that. That's so good. All right. All right. I'm almost ready to start. Okay. Okay. We're gonna start. Yeah. I'm not giving your soul. So, I can't have follower emotes just yet, which I was kind of surprised about when I found out. So, um, I have some ideas for emotes, but unfortunately, you have to be subbed to get those emotes. Or I have one in there right now. In fact, Trek, I'm pretty sure you should be able to use it because I'm pretty sure you're a sub. But once I unlock follower emotes, I'll be switching that emote to a follower emote, and probably some other stuff. So that's the plan with that. Also, I plan to have text-to-speech incorporated in some way. I don't know how yet. I'm figuring that out. But oh, not subbed. Oh, okay. I'm not sure how yet, but that's my plan. So, anyways, let's get in this. Stanley Parable. So yeah, um, the plan for the Stanley Parable tonight is that once this stream is done, this is probably going to be the last stream of the Stanley Parable. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Gifted many though, yeah, you definitely did. Stanley Parable. Okay. Okay. My current time. There we go. 10:05 p.m. Your favorite time of the day. Oh fuck! I forgot. So yesterday, yesterday there's a secret. Yesterday I opened the game, and I did this preparing to stream it yesterday. I got caught up with some things though yesterday, so I wasn't able to stream. Um, but I already saw the thing, like the message where it was like, I appreciate, like, the guy here is like, I appreciate that you actually set the time. Next time you log in, set your favorite time, which I did not set my favorite time. I just set my current time because I just completely forgot to set my favorite time, but whatever. I'll let him believe that it's my favorite time. Oh, fuck, he called me out. Could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? I forgot about it. All right, I'm sorry. After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Yes, I do enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate 10:05 p.m. is. Let's use another slider to find out. What? How accurate is 10:05 p.m.? I mean, it's pretty accurate currently. can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. Oh, he's collecting my data. He's selling it. I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders together. New data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip up a couple new ones up. Load it again after he finishes. There's multiple lines. Oh god. Okay, yeah. I'll do that since this is probably the last stream I'm gonna do the Stanley Parable. So we'll try and see that stuff. Should be ready by the next time you boot up the game. All right, we're gonna see those lines because I'm not planning on playing this after this stream. So we'll go and see that stuff. All right, let me see. I'll say this. Okay. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Okay, sure. Please adjust the slider until the dog and cat are friends. What if I don't? They're friends. Please adjust the slider until the number 5 becomes a number 9. What? There's literally B9. 9. Please adjust the slider until you stop adjusting the slider. Right there. Which of the two made-up words below is most appealing to you? Scrumtush. Please don't adjust the slider. Do you know what time it is right now? Yes. Is the time that it is right now the correct time? Yes. What is time anyway? No! Is there anything about yourself that you haven't told me? Yes. Help? Yeah? You need help? You come back to visit me? Oh god. Yes. Okay, let's see. Let's see if he has anything else to say. Crows, crows, crows. Oh my god! Oh. Does anyone really truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Sure, I've adjusted all the game's settings to exact specifications, but who hasn't? It's just what I do. Like a day job. And now, the job is over. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can. And I still don't really know you. And you don't know me. Neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettable. If I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. Oh, okay. I'm surprised by that. You might have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games were meant to be played alone. What? No? You like being alone, don't you? I mean, sometimes. Yeah, sure. That's maybe the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There's still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again if you can find me. Talk soon. Alright, let's see that one more time. Oh my gosh. 1 second. Alright, loading it back up. Coach Crow! I want to see if he's here. Big man! Nope. I'll try one more time, and if he's not here, then I'll just continue. Okay, he's not here. All right. Fair enough. Begin the game. Let's continue this.
This is the storm.
No. Welcome back. Yay, I got the achievement. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it
Stanley
mean?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I think you may need to fix something. The FNAF audio is out of stock. Out of stock. Why the fuck is there like a stock for it? Okay, give me a second. Out of stock. Out of stock. That's why is there a stock for channel points? That's so stupid. I don't like it. There. All right. Can you do it again? Okay. To prevent people from using them excessively? I guess, but like, I don't know. At least it's an easy thing to change. Okay. Let us continue. Yeah. New content. Let's go.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Yes. I mean, it's also truthfully up to the streamer to change the settings. Yeah, I guess. How many times you can't use something in game or something? I mean, I guess. It's just annoying.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even
Why'd the
further.
light go out?
Which is why I'm very proud to announce.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hmm. I'm debating something right now. Hmm. I don't know. Hmm. We're gonna try. We're gonna try and continue. Get better internet. You know, I really would love to get better internet. The dial-up sound effect. That's yeah. That's not a bad idea. I'm not gonna do that now, but I just hmm, I'm gonna wait here for a moment. Whatever. We're gonna try and continue. We're at the Stanley Parable 2. Awesome. Ugh. It's been a little killed. It's fine. I'll bounce back. You can see now stream splits or buffers and then the dial-up spam. Yeah. My mood's like already killed. I'll bounce back. It's fine. Fuck it. Maybe I'll fucking do what I did with episode 4 of the Skywalker saga. I don't know. We'll see. Photos. It's a lot more sterile. At least that's what it feels like. A lot more. There's a certain like word for this kind of design. It's just a fucking bird. They're back 2 doors. Thanks for attending my meeting. New content is out. New content is in. Old busted. New hotness. Or the regs? What do you mean the regs? There's gonna be 2! There's gonna be 2 Stanleys.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of
Scrum.
naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself
Number
out.
2
Game
chat.
development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Ah, yes. Sequels are good. Portal 2, Half-Life 2, Batman Arkham Asylum 2, Divinity Original Sin 2, Doom 2, Aladdin 2, Return of Jafar, Dark Souls 2. I don't know. I don't know about that one. I don't know if that checks out. There's no 3 in there. Because it says sequels are good. Valued investors. That's what I should for. Okay. 1 second. 1 second. Again. I'm sorry. I might be like stopping and starting throughout this stream. Okay. What did you think? Dark Souls 3 is a sequel? I mean, yes, but like that's that the sequels are good, but it's talking about like a second sequel. Like the sequel with 2 attached to it. Sequel to a first thing, not a sequel to a second thing. Because then it would be like trilogies are good. There's no Half-Life 3. Yep, that's the joke. That's the joke. No Half-Life 3. The new content bus. The content bus. Content battle bus. Uh, content. The content battle bus. Content. I love content. I love content
Here we are.
that
Go
goes
on,
in and out
try
because of
some
bad
new
internet.
features.
That's my favorite kind of content. Content, 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 content. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. That's new! Yo, it is new! True, hear your name in the game. Enjoy the new features. I want to hear my name. I want to hear my name. Tell me my name. Tell me my name.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want?
Road to the
And of
perfect
course,
button.
the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Okay. Oh my god, I really hope it actually says it. That'd be so funny. Alright. I don't want to press the button anymore! Oh my gosh. I don't feel like pressing the button anymore. Okay, sure.
Jim. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in
Jim.
the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever
Yeah,
you are,
yeah.
and simply become a person named Jim.
My name
I want you
is
to imagine
Jim.
yourself living as Jim.
I'm Jim.
Sleeping and
I
waking
work in
as
an
Jim,
office.
falling in love,
I mess with a
being
person called
heartbroken
Dwight.
as Jim, seizing all of the world's
And I work under the best boss
possibilities as
in the
Jim,
world.
and as Jim, watching your dreams crumble into dust.
Oh,
Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
I am Jim. I am Jim.
Jim.
Prove
Yes,
thyself.
you see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you!
Yeah,
I can
it was
describe
me.
you. Do it again. Do it again. Jim.
Oh,
It hits even harder the second
can
time.
can I do it a third time? If I do it a third time, I'm gonna coom.
Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button.
No, no, I'm so close. I'm so close. Please, please, let me press it a third time.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim.
Too much, Jim.
I'm putting the Jim button away.
No, no.
Start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
It just goes to the floor. It just goes to the fucking floor. Okay, fine. I guess I'll go back. What's music now?
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Where to next? I don't know. Please, no screenshots. I really hope y'all can hear like the Steam screenshot noise. Otherwise, the bit I just did just completely falls flat. What the fuck was that? Whole new office. The baby is all grown up. Bankruptcy. Oh, yes. Thank you. Red is the new orange. The new updated ray traced more of the same, but in a good way. Consistent quality with just the right amount of change. Shween shaders. New features, new content, new ideas. The button that says the name of the player that played in the game. Jump circle. Infinite hole. Resurgence bucket. I want to check out the infinite merch. I love merch. Office decorations, infinite hole. All right, I want.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one.
But he's
I
sitting
think
here with
that
the
in
bucket
new
again.
version, the office could use a bit of decoration.
I can't go back.
Like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
What the? Oh. I don't know. What?
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece.
What?
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Okay. Okay. That's cool. Fine. Happy 12th birthday, Stephanie's. Yes. Oh, what the? Free new plus easy achievement. Get it here. I can't believe it's that simple. It just works. Infinite hole. Okay, infinite hole's that way, I think. Free achievement, collectibles. Oh, this is the jump circle.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
No! I want to jump. No. Oh my gosh. The fucking spinning Stanley. Who hit the... Reassurance bucket. Reassurance bucket. Alright, I want the achievement. Give me the achievement. Free achievement. Get yours right now. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement. No more steps. Alright, yeah, I want the achievement.
Here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you.
Gamers, we hear you. God, I love this fucking like satirical take. No! Gamers. Please pull me. Alright, fine then. I don't want your stupid achievement. I'm not a completionist. I don't care. I'm so fucking paranoid now about the stream.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
I want to go to the infinite hole. Distant space, time, falling. Space like infinity. Holy like infinity. Distant future, distant past. Time like infinity. Time, deeper. What the fuck? Opening, rim, surrounding area, depth, infinite. Educational use only. Ah, it just keeps going. Okay, thank you.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Why does it sound like that? This would be the good use for that. Alright. To the infinity hole!
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Alright guys, you know the drill. How long can we...
Now, I don't mean to
How
be
long can we
boring,
fall?
but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things. Okay, Stan.
Oh my god, that's
I don't
actually
know
getting
quite
like
how to say
smaller.
this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Yeah.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things
What?
we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the whole
Thank you for the bit,
mostly
Trick.
infinite? If that works
I
for
gotta
you,
get another
then go
Spyro
ahead and
picture
press
to
the
use for
teleport
that.
button to warp up to the top of the hole, and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
No. What if I just stay down here? No, maybe I'll go get that Spyro picture now, so then I can just see if he says anything if I wait down here. Just want to see. Whoa! An anonymous cheerer? Well, thank you for the 3 bits. Appreciate you living up to your name. Very cool. Welcome to stream. Anonymous cheerer. It's just me. Is it actually? Is it actually Trick? There's an option to cheer anonymously. Oh. Oh, okay. It says first time chatter for like an anonymous cheerer. That's interesting. Okay. Out of the service.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Oh, really?
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much.
I certainly do like holes.
A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time?
Actually, yes, it
I couldn't help
did.
but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before.
I do like holes. I like all kinds of gaping
I
holes.
didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole,
I like
you
the
can
hole.
hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
You like to gape the holes. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't mention anything.
Had
Okay.
enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime.
I mean, I want to see it get shorter.
Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite.
Yes.
I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge?
I love holes.
You just do whatever it is you're here to do.
I had to
Hit
read
the
that book.
teleport button when you're ready to move on.
I had to read that book when I was in 5th grade. I think that was the grade. I don't know. Oh.
Is the,
Oh. No. 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 I want out of the hole. I like holes.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again.
No. No.
Well,
Let me out. Let me out.
I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley.
What?
You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for.
No.
It's a win for everyone.
No.
You get to be with the hole. I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Oh. I saw that it went out again. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Hmm. Okay. Well, the stream is back. Awesome. You know what? I'm just not gonna worry about it. I'm just not gonna care. It's bothering me, yes, but whatever. Change perspective. Oh! What? Change your perception. Oh! Change that perspective. Thank you for the 5-bit trick. Change your reality. Oh, 1 second. I'm gonna chill for a moment. Hmm. Bits, yes. I could see it like dipping. Please stable out, please. That'd be very cool of you. Ugh. I'm really hoping this smooths out. I think it has. I think it's like smoothed out now. Man, jeez. I don't know what I'm gonna do about this. I'm smooth. I bet you are. I don't know what I'm gonna do about this. Like, hmm. I'm really sorry, guys. Anyone that watches this VOD, I don't know. I'll I'll try and figure something out, but I don't know. I'll try and do something. Like talk with my parents about doing something. Seeing if we can do something. Because it's really bothering me that this happens. Lit just me, yeah. So I don't know. I'll do something. I'll figure something out. Like hopefully. Right now though, I just gotta endure it. I got to this point. I got managed to get almost like 100 followers and um affiliate with bad internet. I'm just gonna continue. Oh, change yourself. Yo! Huh. What is that?
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley!
Nah, huh?
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle pip.
Toodle pip. Ah! Oh, that'd be a great sound effect to have. Oh, it just loads. Oh, it loads me in the Stanley Parable too.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Well, since we're here, I guess we could try out mostly infinite hole. Wait, hold on, he changed that. It's now mostly infinite. No, I can't go in. I want to go back to the hole. Alright, well, whatever. That's new. Whoa, that is new. What's this? Oh. Epilogue?
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Right, okay. The button that says Jim. You heard Jim in the game? You heard Jim in the game. That's Jim! Alright, reassurance bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on.
It's a bucket. Dear God. I hope there's more.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Really?
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Ooh, really?
The benefits of the
I'm gonna go hold a
bucket
bucket
on and on,
when I go out.
aren't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
I'm gonna hold a bucket when I go out.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
The bucket is awesome. I love the bucket. Exit. Just like, let's take a look at the map. Merge settings, world champion. Stanley office decorations, epilogue collectible, infinite hole. Okay, we'll go to the collectibles. Can you find them? Can you find them? Can you find them? Collect them all.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them.
Oh.
You don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Jeez. One of 6. Nice. What?
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Truly tragic. Can I go back in? I can't go back in. Okay. Well, we've checked out mostly infinite. We've checked out like all we can. I'll go back to the free achievement real quick. Damn it. Okay. I wonder if there's like actually like collectibles. I kind of hope there is. One of 6. What's that? No screenshots? Oh, this. Okay. How did you get there with the bucket? It's you know, it's the reassurance bucket. I don't know. I got it. I have it with me everywhere now. It's a fun little bucket. Yes, exactly. It is a fun little bucket. I don't know. We've done everything. I can't do anything with the jump circle. I did the button, reassurance bucket, infinite hole, which I can't go back to. So I don't know. I guess we'll go to the exit. I need stickers? I don't know what those stickers are.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to?
Yeah,
Ready
kind
to
of.
move on now?
I think so. What the? Tickets for the bucket signs property of Stanley. Oh. I did not know that. I don't know where those are. Those sound cool. New mug.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know
I
it's
love
not
my
exactly
bucket.
clear yet how exactly these
I
features
love
will
my
come
bucket.
together as one
I love my
single
ball.
coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do
There's a good game in this bucket.
I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh. Interesting.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold
There's
on.
something
Let me
here.
do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
You got 2 holes?
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure.
I mean, I don't know. The
gameplay
bucket's
of
kind of
the
cool.
original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. With respect, with care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction,
Yes.
This is the Stanley Parable 2.
Nice.
Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh, okay. Oh, whoa. What if I quit the game? What is this? Whoa. I'm really curious. I'm really curious about what happens if I quit, but I also don't want to go through all that again. Just pick the game. Sure.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company.
Like
in
the
a
new
big
title
building
screen? Yeah, it's
where he
great.
was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that
Okay,
the orders came in.
There's a few
Though he had
things
been
new
made
here.
exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Stanley Parable
Something
2.
that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Right.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Right.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay, this is interesting. Bucket!
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket. What the? Okay, fine, go all the way around. I love the bucket! Bucket!
Stanley pressed the bucket upon every little thing in the office. Nothing responded to the bucket's touch, but it did little to discourage Stanley's belief in the magic of the bucket.
I'm pushing the bucket onto stuff. Interesting. Okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Bucket.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned
The
out.
bucket has changed everything. It really has. I love the bucket. You know, the bucket is my favorite part of the Stanley Parable too.
Truly, being here with the bucket was a grand adventure. Stanley reflected on all they'd been through together. First, walking through the door on the right, then walking to the lounge, then arriving at the lounge. What a thrilling journey the bucket had inspired.
Yes. Very inspiring. I like the broom closet. The broom closet is
Perhaps
also
this
very
was
good.
where the bucket felt most truly at home. Here in the employee lounge. Perhaps it's the only place a bucket can even feel at home.
I am a bucket.
Stanley decided to just give the bucket absolutely as much time as it needed to be in the lounge.
Yes.
Clearly, the bucket and the employee lounge shared a special connection.
Yes, yes it did. Okay, fine. I'll continue now.
But finally, the bucket was done being in the lounge, and they took the first open door on their left to get back to business.
No,
Said the bucket.
No.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Okay, what else do you want me to do, Bucket?
Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Okay.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not
I
to
love my
think about this
bucket.
obvious fact. He was
Bucket,
firmly
Bucket,
convinced
I
that
love
the
my
Had
bucket.
spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
I love my bucket. It's like the capybara meme. Capybara,
In here,
capybara. I love my
Go into this dark
capybara.
room
I love
over
my
here.
bucket.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Okay. I love my bucket. Bucket, 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 bucket. Bucket, bucket is the best. Bucket is my best friend.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Yes.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend.
Yeah.
And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Oh. Okay, I thought it was a cutscene. Bucket! Hello, Stanley. It's me, your bucket. Press N to take me to work with you.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Let me turn it off. There's not a computer there. Press F to take me back home with you.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Damn it. Bucket.
Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think, it can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
Don't listen to the loud man. Wilson.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
I love my bucket. Ignore anyone in your life except for me. I see nothing wrong with this. I see no red flags in this relationship whatsoever, Bucket. I love you, Bucket.
It's sad. I suppose he doesn't need me anymore.
Can't possibly be a red
Now,
flag.
He's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
Yeah, it does. Sounds like someone I knew. You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Of course you're real, Bucket. You're my lover.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hard
Or watching
natural
TV
bucket.
together? Okay.
It's just a little more, what am I trying to say?
Hell is for a lover, yeah.
Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
I want you, Bucket. I love you, Bucket. Oh, you're so cute, little Bucket. This is my bucket. No one else is mine. My bucket. To relive this same day with me over and over.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Bucket. You're going home to work. Home to work. Home to work.
Oh no, I'm having feelings.
Wait, what?
No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket,
If
this
I-
would be less confusing. Yes.
Yes, I need the
Tell me
bucket.
what to do in this troublesome situation.
Whoa, Bucket, honey, why do you have? What's with the lighting? Why do you have candles set out for me? What's going on? Oh. Hi. Oh, you set all this up for me? God. Oh my God. This bucket's gonna be filled with cum when I'm done with it. Oh my God. Oh, you look so sexy tonight, Bucket. Oh my God.
Stanley, give me the bucket.
No,
Give
no,
it to me.
you can't have it. It's mine. It's mine, Bucket.
I need it.
It's
Give it to
mine.
me now.
No,
Give it
no,
now.
no. Go back to work. Oh my God. Stanley was gonna make love to that bucket. Bucket? Bucket? Where's Bucket? I need my
All
bucket!
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Bucket!
Stanley
Bucket!
decided to go to the meeting room. Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Yes! Yes! Bucket! 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 Ah. Ah, yes. Bucket. I'm calm. I'm good. I'm good. I'm reassured.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Alright, I'll listen to you this time. With as long as I've got my bucket companion, I can get through anything. I can get through thick and thin with my bucket.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever.
Yes,
Perhaps his
yes,
boss's office
I have
was
it.
where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley,
Can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket.
What?
You can feel
What?
that, can't you?
Nah.
The aura of jealousy.
You're right.
Says
Yes, I
clearly
can.
to me, this broom closet believes it deserves the bucket.
No, you don't deserve my bucket.
I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket.
Yeah, no, fuck.
I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket.
It's my bucket.
Your companion.
Yes.
And lifelong friend.
Lifelong lover.
Can't hand it over. No. We're getting into name calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has
Fuck you,
sunk
broom
that it has to
closet. You're a
resort
piece
to
of shit.
stream of petty insults
You were never there for
in
me.
order to get you
The
to
bucket
hand
was
over
always
the
here
bucket?
for me.
Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends. That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient. That your life is so banal and meaningless. That
Fuck
you
you,
feel the
bucket.
same sort of kinship towards any
Not bucket.
inanimate
No,
object
I never.
which
No,
has been
I don't mean that
played in
bucket.
past
It's for the broom closet.
partially enticing manner. Well, I never. Go on, Stanley.
Gotta give me.
There.
I didn't mean to say bucket. I
Really
didn't mean to say
tell the
bucket.
broom closet off for its demeaning comments.
You know,
Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point.
me and this
Share your
bucket
journal
have
entries
made
detailing
love.
such
What have
emotional
you
landscape
ever
and
done,
feelings
broom
for them,
closet?
that
All
they
you
have
can do
changed
is sit
and
here
evolved over the
and
years.
hold
Have it.
the things that are actually useful. Unlike you, you're nothing. You are as replaceable as you're replaceable.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all.
Yes,
Here we
yes.
go.
Oh,
There. Now it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet,
yeah.
with all
Fuck
your
you.
meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
Yeah, wallowing in self-deprecation and self-loathing. That's what you are, broom closet. This is property of Stanley.
I've
You wanna
got a
know
second
why?
stick back
It's
here, and
property
I'm
of
going to
Stanley
snap
because
it
I
off
have
while
done
this
things to
point.
this
It's
bucket.
appropriate.
Yes.
See? I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket.
Yes.
That
It's very
way,
clever.
if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
I see what Warzone Noob was talking about now with the stickers. Does he have anything else to say?
You know what? I could take the name calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us a silent treatment.
Man,
And to be
fuck you,
honest,
broom
I'm
closet.
sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in.
Yeah.
I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Fuck you, broom closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
We're done, broom closet. Oh my god, that's actually fucking.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Okay. Oh. Business strategy.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
Yes, thank you, bucket.
Now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always.
Yeah,
The
not
bucket.
like that stupid fucking broom closet.
The two of them were inseparable.
Yeah.
At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the pin number for the keypad was 2845.
Man, Bucket, I'm so glad you're here with me now. That we've had such a lifetime of memories and and experiences together. You know,
Stanley
I
just
would.
sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Okay, fine.
2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Yes, of course. It's a bucket. It knows all. Okay.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands?
Mini
Stanley
stands.
cubes. What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Nice. Just me and you here. I'm the only one here for the journey. Yep. Just like the bucket. Just like the bucket trick. The bucket is my friend.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right.
Thank you, Bucket.
The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
I love you, Bucket.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
I know. This is a terrible thing, Bucket.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
You have to go through all the
These
endings, but like...
questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the
It
bucket.
never happened.
His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Yes.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all
Except
of
for
it monitored
NAF
and
ambient
commanded from
sound,
his
yeah.
fingertips. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Another
For he
bucket
and the
life.
bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends,
Yes.
Stanley and the bucket, up against the world.
Yes.
They high-fived in a really cool way. The bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Yeah, fight the power.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away.
Yes.
Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket
Explicit
wanted to
door
learn to
opening
roller skate.
sounds. Yes.
Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and to...
Huh? Wait.
What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped?
What?
Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
What? No.
Unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
No.
Even
No.
the facility
No.
itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, will go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness...
Yeah, I still have the
bad.
bucket,
Stanley
stupid
thought to
building.
himself, as long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Am I gonna have to go through like the entirety of the game, the last game, but with like the bucket? Okay. All right, we're gonna actually come back to the bucket because apparently there were some endings that I missed. From like the actual original Stanley Parable that I'm gonna do here now while not having the bucket, so then I can get the OG experience. So we're gonna go and do that.
Stanley came to a set of two open. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly.
Did you jump out the window?
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge.
No,
first,
I
just
did
to
not jump
admire
out the
it.
window.
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Put the window next time. I'll guide you. Okay. I think if I do...
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I'm very powerful. I fucking love the splat sound.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It's in this first room? Oh. Wait, okay. No, over here. Oh, okay.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Wait, okay, I don't know if I'll be able to do it. Over against the chair by the window? Ah. Yes, okay. Alright, window!
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
It's very
Why don't we
white.
take a minute just to drink it all in. Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
No. What? No.
Ah,
Then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time.
Yeah.
What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky.
Oh.
Well now, I've built up the other options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Cheers, lad. Okay. Stanley. The size. Sure, fine. Begin the game again. What the?
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If
Oh.
at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Okay. Interesting. Yep, please. Oh.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like, right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong,
Trick, I want to ask, do you, when you donate bits, do you see the option for the Vine Boom?
Yes. You too will become quite unbearable.
Damn. Okay. I'll probably just make it into a channel point thing. In fact, you know, I think I'll do that right now. While that's going on. Well, I'm still not a sub. It's not sub only. Shouldn't be, at least. Maybe now. Okay, fine.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others. So the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his... Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Note input. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business,
He said, I
Stanley
swear he
took
says
the
something
first
every
open
time.
door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Alright, yes, let's go.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This
Right.
is it, Stanley.
For her.
Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life.
Really?
She's been waiting.
Oh, she's been waiting for me.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Okay.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Pulling the bread out of the oven.
Oh.
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Oh.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to
Yeah.
commit their life to you? I'm trying to
Yeah.
make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
What?
This
Damn!
is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
I had a much nicer apartment with the bucket. Geesh. Sheesh. Good morning, employee. Press G on your keyboard. No. No, I don't want to. No.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that
Uh,
one day
wait,
at
what?
work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
To spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end.
Oh my
that
gosh.
he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Tell your wife you love her. Oh.
But there is no answer.
No!
How could there
No!
possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Question nothing.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please die.
Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone.
I
What
guess.
did it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Few other things that I gotta check out. One more down this
Stanley
path.
came to a set of two open doors. This was not the correct
And then we'll
way
get back to the
meeting
bucket.
room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness.
But the...
Then the feeling went away, and he felt sad again. Then it came back, and lingered for a minute or two.
What?
Just a kind.
What just happened? What? Did I like... What? I'm so confused on what just happened.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
But
Stanley
what?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Why is it going that way now?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace
What?
of his co-workers.
Wait, what? Wait. No, it would always go that way. Why is it... What the fuck? Why is it the other way now? Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I mean, truly, truly, deeply, madly love.
Yes, this room. Yes.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Why did I just fall through the map like that? That was... I can't tell if that was intentional or not.
At following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Like, what the fuck? Like, what?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone... What? Really? I was in the middle of...
I see that Stanley collectible.
Consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1?
True.
I'm sure it will come to me.
What if I stay in this room? Here. Blue room.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
I'm good.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see, there's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Yes.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
I know I've already done this route, like...
There we go. A third option.
But...
This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it. Okay, I'm going to stop you there.
But
Now,
there's
tell
one
me
part
about
that
your
I
experience with
need to
this
do in this
version.
route.
Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can
It's
get
actually
you to form
slightly
an
different than
actual
the original.
opinion,
Is
you
it?
know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
I take it he's taken you to the 2 other games already? Yes. I have seen that bit before.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on. And
It was
now
originally
would be a
Minecraft
lovely
and Portal.
opportunity
Yeah,
to give it some
Cap was
playtesting.
telling me
You wouldn't
that.
mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Yes, okay,
In
sure.
this game, the baby crawls left.
Yes,
towards
I gotta
danger.
do this
You
because
click
I
the
never
button to move
actually had the
left,
baby
right. And if he
Kept
reaches the
away from the fire.
he'll fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting
that,
the
this is the same.
demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Oh my gosh. There probably is something if I do this for like 4 hours.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve
Okay,
the experience.
I just wanted to see if there was anything
I'm
with
not
that.
even going to try.
We're going back. Alright. There's a few other things we need to
All
do.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
Again, it's
Perhaps
like
he
this
had simply
way.
missed a memo.
What? That's really odd. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he
Something
entered
like
the
that.
door on his left.
I can literally go back and watch the past VOD to check. Trust the completionist instinct. There will be a reward for finding them all. Across the office, we have to synergize our resources to ensure their retrieval. There are many questions. There was no memo from management. How can you tell you spotted one? What makes them float in the air? Who took these pictures of them? Follow clues provided by employee 416. Red room? These are hard to find. Thank you, good luck. Oh my gosh. Lots of boxes. Somewhere both. Inside of a sequel exhibit, nearby a fireplace, private but smelly place for an important person. Stairs, something to do with stairs, a large room, lots of boxes. I think I know what that stair one is.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here.
Okay.
So he turned around and got back on track. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Stairs!
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler.
I know where one
Analyses.
is!
Very
I know where the
soon,
last one
you'll
is.
collect the last one, and then the
I just
first
don't know how to
number
get to
will
it.
equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
I know where the last one is, but I'm not sure how to get to it just yet. Like, what's down here? Did I see this part already? I think I did. Okay, hold on. Wait.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an
Nah.
indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had
There's a
assigned
secret if you're
an
able to get out of the
extra
boss's office
secret
before the
pin
door is
number,
fully closed.
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I'm trying something. Ugh.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out. Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again.
Yep.
This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have. An
Yeah.
incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Yep. Alright, now we can go back down.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
Yeah, how do I?
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he? Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
Yes.
Oh my god. It's the boss's office.
No.
This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
Uh. Uh.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No! I need more time to process.
Oh my gosh.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality.
Yes.
As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Okay. We'll go back down.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Yes. No. Go back up.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize?
What?
It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
Oh
There we
gosh.
go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible.
Yes.
They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years. And it's really all because of you. You're this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to.
Right,
We're
yes.
being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley, because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why,
Really?
though I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you so
What?
that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh good, we're here.
What?
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
How we did it, the pyramids? The guy who went to Mars?
Ah, yes, here it is,
Minecraft
just
door
through this
opening
door.
noise.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get 'em.
Boss. Okay. I guess, man, I'm not good with speeches. Oh! Oh god! That's a lot. That's a lot of people. Uh, what the?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Fuck it.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Trying to think if there's anything else. Ooh, no, this way.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand. Majestic, perhaps too, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible
Okay.
he wasn't fired years ago.
Alright. The last one.
And there it is, the last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Okay, great. We got him. Well, oh.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. Was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. Was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. Was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. Was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. Was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the
Oh my
office
gosh.
was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. Was so far off the beaten path.
Narrator sound system.
You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet
Meh.
each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
What? Oh, he just restarts. No balloons. Interesting. Oh, what the hell?
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines. Those figures.
Yeah?
I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Oh boy. The memory zone? Alright. I want to go through all the endings with the bucket, though. What is down there? Alright, I guess we're going down there.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
What? 7 of 6.
And here was the second Stanley. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the boss's bathroom. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
8.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini stand? Can you remember?
My third one, I'm pretty sure it was red and blue doors because I already got the one in the boss's office. Oh, it was this one?
No. The red and blue door room was the fourth place you found a Stanley, not the third.
Oh,
Well, I guess perhaps I shouldn't be surprised. Memories like these are so precious and so cherished that they all just sort of blend together, don't they? You know what? If the red and blue door room feels like the third place you found a collectible, then who am I to go making judgments?
you know what? Yeah, it is the third one. Door.
Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh
Yeah.
well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
I don't remember this at all. I guess the stairs.
This was the fifth mini stand, and this one was really something special. It was under the stairs. I remember it so clearly.
Yes.
In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion.
Oh, did you? Oh my gosh, I love this. This is so good. This is so fucking accurate to like what these like shitty YouTube videos would be. Oh my god. I've seen so many of these like ironic shitty YouTube videos and like memes and shit, and it's just this is so perfectly. This is so perfect. Best boy narrator. Oh, what good music. Down and down and down.
That video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
8 minutes. That was so good. Oh my gosh. And now the last place.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here in the warehouse. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others.
Jeez,
Who
I
can
wonder.
truly say how the mind
I wonder
works?
if it
All
changes
I
depending on
know
the
is that
order
this
you
is the
get them.
moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
I thought they'd go that far? Maybe. I don't know.
And then there was no more.
You were
Because
in the
we
present.
caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
Okay. Goodbye, memory zone.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't
What?
there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll
What?
do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, yes. This spot in the warehouse. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more.
Alright, yes, let's go. Let me go down.
Here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I love that video.
I love that video too. That was a great video.
remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one.
Yeah,
Good room,
I don't
though.
know.
A solid room.
Oh my gosh, that was. Oh my gosh. That was kind of perfect with the whispering.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have neutered the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Can we go this way? What's this way? Okay.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep
Right?
going.
True.
This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the Figlarines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Like them all. What the?
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then. But time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past is. I want more. More memories.
I guess we're going backwards to the memory zone.
Oh, yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
Right.
And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
I can't. Oh.
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
And we're back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, anyways, bucket time.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
All right.
Still no one was here.
We're gonna go
Stanley
through
needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find out. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket.
we're gonna
walked
go through
upstairs
the
to boss's
most of the
office.
endings now again, but just with the bucket. I'm gonna do this. Sure. I don't remember what's down here. What is down here? I don't quite remember. Classic. Stanley. Shameless maracas. Wait, what? Okay, thank you very much. Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Yes. I'm not gonna do the elevator bit right now.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Alright, we're gonna do something. We're gonna go and hit on.
The lights
See what
rose
happens.
on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped,
No!
monitored like guinea pigs. But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below. Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall. Now, what to do next, Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here. So they set up a little couch and relaxed. It really wasn't so bad down here.
Nice.
A bit cold, perhaps.
Gmod couch.
After some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis. But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home. In fact, after some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning. It unsettled the bucket deeply. Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as
Gosh.
possible. Yet Stanley was inconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on.
Right.
The two of them waited for a very long time.
Oh. Okay.
Already this was uncomfortable,
Right.
and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
See, look, what the fuck are you talking about? It's not going left, it's going right. Bruh. There's bucket.
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was
I
home.
have no idea why it fucking did that.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay, we're going back to the mind control facility again. He's gonna turn it on.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where, coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Right. The most logical.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read,
Alright,
Mind
fine. I'll just wait for the
Control
catwalks to come up.
Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kind
Let me
of
out.
things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble brain. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machine... But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls.
What?
Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this?
Oh,
Stanley was
bucket!
prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust.
I loved
when
you!
Suddenly, an image appeared upon the enormous screen.
What?
Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
What?
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world.
What?
The mind controls
What?
were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best.
Duck.
Stanley was happy.
Actually, I don't think that's a duck. Fucking. It's fine.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Nice.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
The bucket was wrong.
No, said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Good,
said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
I jumped out of it, though.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there
What?
that says, no buckets past this point. Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless... What if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Okay. What the fuck is this?
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
Okay.
Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket.
Okay.
Let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Yeah, that seems like a bucket to me.
Incorrect.
What?
It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Okay.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
Um. Yeah, I think that's a bucket.
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Okay.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Correct. This is a bucket.
Oh, nice.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
How the fuck are you gonna tell me this is a bucket if I push no?
Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket.
Okay.
To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot. Okay, next one. Is this a bucket?
Sure, just said yes. I'm really thinking about it. Okay, how the fuck are you gonna tell me this is a bucket? How? 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 You coward! Explain to me how!
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
No.
Trick
What?
question. Both. Gotcha.
What, motherfucker?
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket, when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing?
Oh my gosh.
Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket? You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart.
What?
I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going
Buckethead.
to erase all buckets from the game in time.
No! No, you can't take my bucket from me!
Here we go.
No! No!
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all.
What?
And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful.
So I hear the clanking of the
Where are my
bucket.
buckets? Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay?
Oh
And
gosh.
we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Oh gosh. Oh. Okay, interesting.
All of his co-workers were the good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket, off on another thrilling adventure together.
Yes.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
No, I don't
Stanley
think
had
so.
felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
I don't really want to.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yeah, good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did
Okay.
not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him.
It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here,
Said the bucket.
go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone?
Yes.
Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking.
Yes.
Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke.
Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket.
Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting
What?
right
No.
there.
I think my comedic timing is usually pretty good.
What is comedic timing?
Ah.
What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political
Your
enemies?
political
And
enemies.
more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all
Simpsons-looking
likelihood, you did
motherfucker.
it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions.
You lower your hand a little bit and then you got a problem.
To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor.
The humor.
Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm dunny with the funny."
I'm Dunny with the
Practice
funny.
screaming, "I'm dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny with the funny. I am Dunny with the funny.
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy.
Oh, great.
Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey
Comedic
should
timing.
be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence, and who very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Yes. Earth supremacy.
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
What? All the way back? You don't make me walk? My bucket sticker is gone. I've just noticed that my bucket sticker is gone.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley. The bucket spoke. The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
Alright, I guess all the way back. Alright, here we are.
You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left. No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers.
Joke writers.
Shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley?
I'm very proud. Oh, okay.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors,
alright, I guess I'll go this way. Alright.
What? We're back at the phone already?
Oh.
No, what's going on? There were supposed to be several things leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point, a dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land, or not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the 2 doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing.
King of Comedy.
I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think I need to go back and rewatch that instruction.
What? No.
Yes, surely that will help me improve my... Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Let me
Oh my gosh.
Stanley. I heard that you are pale with
He makes
shame
puns
over how
now.
madly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame? Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal. I think I saw it playing guitar. No. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos.
Yes.
Let's see.
Okay. Continuing on.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others. So the thought of total solitude...
Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay. I've got like 2 more things I want to check out down this way.
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where, coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Turn myself into a pickle. True.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then,
something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all.
I got a new mouse. I think there's a
Strange,
silencer.
Stanley
Oh,
thought.
nice,
Usually the
Spin.
bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such
Welcome
as
to the
these.
stream.
He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone
What?
else's bucket, perhaps.
It says
How did
property
I
of
end up
Stanley
with
on it.
someone
How could it
else's
not be my
This
bucket?
is all terribly wrong. Surely no good
What?
would come
What?
from
My
this.
bucket?
Who knows what sorts of bizarre
Yes,
hallucinations
man, I
Stanley
got
might
channel
experience
points
without
now.
the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed,
In fact, Spin, I think you're a sub, Spin. You're a tier 1 sub. Because Trick had like
now
gifted
he
subs.
noticed the rooms were repeating, which was
And
of
you got
course,
one.
very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad.
No,
Where is it?
my bucket.
I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Yeah, that's true. Apathy did as well.
Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
Where's my bucket?
Could it truly
Bucket!
be? He
Bucket!
rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his
no,
special bucket.
No.
Come
Bucket.
to me, Stanley.
Where's
Find
my bucket?
me.
Where's my
He
bucket?
had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to
Oh my
truly
gosh.
restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the
This
voice of the
is a bucket.
had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out. This
No.
is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Uh,
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
yeah,
She
that's a
rose,
club's emote.
dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course,
Snake pod
he'd
for
gone
club
mad,
points.
ranting and raving about a narrator
What?
describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion.
Yeah,
and it's
you gotta
all
find
just
the-
a video game. It
Huh?
could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his
I gotta get
bucket
that
with
snake pod.
him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her
You
own
need to make
bucket
him
in
hydrate?
hatred.
Yeah.
But of course, she had no time for this.
There's a
There
jump
were
scare.
a myriad of confusing problems
I
she
mean,
would soon have to confront
It's
at
not
work.
it's not exactly a
Bucket
jump
would
scare.
provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself. My life kicks
Should make it
ass.
dehydrate?
She
No.
backflipped all the way to work.
She backflipped all the way to work. That's a scary jump scare.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
And he
could
save
see
up,
Mr.
yeah.
Miller. A
Bucket.
good bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket, a committed bucket, a bucket of culture and distinction. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
300 for following. Then you have enough to do it.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Just save up. You can still do one.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Alright. I'll do one when you're not aware. Alright. If you say so.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, mind control facility.
No, I'm going to escape
Although
with
this
the bucket.
passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death. The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I'm
At this
sure
point,
we
Stanley
did.
and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Which would kill Tom Jones. Let's go down!
As the machine whirred into motion and
Down
Stanley
the
and
endless
bucket
pit.
inched closer
It's
to their
yep, it's not
demise,
endless.
Stanley reflected on how
Oh, you
meaningless
should have
the
seen the
bucket's
infinite
warmth
hole
and comfort
spin.
had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket. But what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Meh. Oh!
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death.
Yeah.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
The bucket, you are standing at the precipice of knowledge. Much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within a carnivorous void. But through the use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and sustained. Substantiated knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learned here out with you into the world? Will you accept? Will you accept with an open mind what may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were, in ignorance and darkness? I thought it was a jump scare shit. Yeah, no, it's just the ambience.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own?
No.
Can you see the hubris that blinded him?
No,
Can
it
you
was
see that
my
the
bucket.
is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life.
That's 25 buckets. I mean, maybe. Inferno bucket. Ugh. Damn, it is not scary. It adds to the scariness of it. What do you mean?
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
Am I getting him in this wrist ring? Yeah, the hanging bucket. Yeet. Ah, you fucking. I was. Okay. Oh. Wait.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
Oh.
Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the
What?
machine.
No, no, no!
Reset the game. Don't another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new
Is this the
world,
bucket
a new
talking?
vision.
No. I did make love to the bucket earlier. became the cum bucket. Oh. What?
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future
Yes,
Happiness
I'm
Foundation.
simping for the
We are
bucket.
confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct?
Yes.
Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Okay. No simping. I'm simping for a bucket! I'm simping for a fucking bucket.
The embrace of an old friend, a weathered companionship that stands the test of time.
Okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Let me think. Is there anything left to do? I don't think there's anything left to do, guys. This gender is, yep. Homie bucket, yeah.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I could try something
Stanley
else,
had
but
felt
like,
the bucket calling to him,
try
telling
something,
him
but I
that
think
the
that's it.
employee
I think that might
lounge
be it.
was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never
Is the
mind.
bucket a female
Bucket
or
was
male?
wrong.
You know,
Stanley
I hope
locked
it's
the
a
door on his
female
left
bucket.
to go back to the meeting room.
It is a it is
No,
homie.
Said the
Yes.
bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the
Alright, then.
cargo lift.
What if I go down here with the bucket? Oh, okay. Water bucket MLG, yep. Well,
Okay, this is day number
whoa, what?
225. Take number.
Spent a
I
lot in the
don't
bucket
even
for
know.
MLG, yeah.
I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up.
Maybe it is.
No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the
It's
world
Ratman from
so
Portal? Yes.
differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so. What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it.
Huh?
Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket.
The bucket.
This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get me. What's that? Who's there? Camporata.
What the fuck? Australian bucket. What the fuck did I just listen to?
All of his
Oh my god, all the boxes!
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The fucking boxes. I got a frying pan in TF2 now. Nice! Frying pan supremacy. Oh my god, there's like boxes everywhere.
The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of those things.
Box, yeah.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his
Okay,
chest
I don't think
and entered the
there's...
door
I
of his
really
lounge.
don't think there's
This
anything
was
more
not
now.
the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Except in that one moment when I didn't. Is this still no buckets? Yeah, it's still...
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right...
Yeah, it's still no buckets. Thanks for the bit trick. Well, I think that's it. Even if it's not.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
Alright.
Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket. but
Sentry
Stanley
down.
was a very lucky fellow. Very lucky indeed.
Alright. I think that's probably everything. Alright, just as I'm saying that, there's something else. What do the settings look like? Interesting. To the epilogue! Many years later. Where was the infinite hole? Where would that come into play? Oh, we're back here. What? We're back here? Oh my gosh, we're back here. Free roam desert. Don't know where I got this wood from. Very glad I did. Yeah, or this office chair. Ah! I keep crushing the fire more than the chair, yeah. I mean, where did I even get the wood from? What is happening? From creative mode? Oh, yes, of course. Did you get the chair more realistically? Where did I get anything of that? I Gmod spawned in the prop. Oh. What? The memory zone. We're back here. The Stanley Parable 2. It certainly is desolate. That is for sure, Trick. Review the Stanley Parable 2. Cookie Nine's blog? Wait. Review SNRAF3 Stanley Parable 2. Sorry, I haven't been blogging too much. Cookies Corner. We need to talk about sequels. Effective posts. Okay. Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with its sequel. The first game teamed with originality, the Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fan base. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole? Who cares? Where are the new endings? What about enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1, like the adventure line? Instead, we get an uninspired side questing, collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. I must say, though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting. A welcome revive. Yes, the bucket.
Jim, 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 Jim.
Jim. Need a bucket action figure. Real web. Stanley Parable developers, no more spin-offs, no more sequels. When the Stanley Parable launched to massive success in 2013, its creators made plans to build the property into an entire franchise, but a disastrous critical and commercial reception of the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions. As outlined in a press release they published today, it's clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want, reads the press release. We thought that we had a vision for the series that players would be excited about, yet it turns out this could not have been further from the truth. Jimmy Cartoon. Jim Carrey. The press release goes on to promise. The press release goes on to promise to preserve the artistic integrity. Jimmy Neutron, yes. Hope he gets into Nickelodeon All Stars Brawl. Artistic integrity of the original game. To stop insulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions, the word "sorry" appears more than 25 times in the press release.
Jim.
What's going on? Jim buttons, yes. Oh, it's all. Well, I was kind of hoping I'd slide down. BRB have to eat. Alright, Spin. Oh. What's this? Thank you for enjoying the new content. Oh. Hello again. What? You? What? It's nice to see you. It's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise. What nonsense. Hello, hello, hello. Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? See, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together, we're going to make the Stanley Parable 3. Simple. All we do is change the number in the game's title screen. We also really need a really dumb subtle subtitle for the game. Something loud and gaudy. Go ahead, try combining some random words together to make a new title for our game. Stanley Parable 3. Avoid the Tuesday. Avoid the Tuesday. Stanley Parable 3. Avoid the Tuesday. It's absurd. I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1, and then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way, the Stanley Parable will never end. Nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll just be the same content, recycled again and again and again, with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say as well. Good, then it's agreed. A new sequel every time you start the game. And you know what? Since you've put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. Yeah, you see, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Sounds like a copy of Terraria. Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. Alright there, the achievement machine is all fixed. You see, I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. Stanley Parable cannot end, and it can only spiral in on itself forever. We must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great. There's only one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. Yo! What? Cool car.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Ugh.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded onward.
Main menu. If I quit the game and open it back up, do I get something else? I'm about to find out. I mean, I probably actually do. Stanley Parable 4. Evil Baby. Evil Baby. Oh my gosh. Revenge of the Cowboy. Alright, one more time. Journey to Challenge. Okay. Well, I think whether or not there's more content, I think I am done. I think I'm done now. Nice. I'm probably gonna end stream before Spin gets back from his meal. Anyhow, yeah, I'm just gonna. So I do not plan on streaming this game again. I really do feel like I've like done most of everything, and even if there's more stuff, I don't feel like doing that. I don't feel like doing another stream of this. So yeah. Anyways, thank you everyone who came on by. Spin, Trick, Warzone Noob earlier. Such a savage, right? So that's my plan. We are going to see who is it that I can. Oh yes, okay. I know who I can raid now. Which Resident Evil is he playing? Is he playing the first one? Well, okay, we'll see. Anyways. Yeah, he's playing the first one. Alrighto. We're gonna raid a good old other clubs time. So anyways, again, thank you everyone who came down to the stream. Spin. I know I'm ending while you're eating. Appreciate it. You coming down though. Trick, thank you for coming down, giving the bits. Appreciate that as well. And Warzone, noob, thank you for coming down as well, even if it's for a brief little bit. I don't know if I would really like to do something about my internet with the stream crashing. I'm gonna see if I can do anything. I'm not gonna have a fix by tomorrow. If I even stream tomorrow, we'll see. But I don't know. I'm gonna try and do something about it, guys. And I'll try and add more rewards for channel points, bits, subs, and whatever else. I'll work on that. I'll try and work on it. It's mainly the Wi-Fi thing that concerns me. But anyways, yeah, guys. Stanley Parable is done. Not sure what I'm gonna play next for single player. I know I have Dark Souls 3 and Fallout New Vegas going right now, but I usually like to have 3 single player games in rotation. But yeah, I don't know. Anyways, see y'all next time, guys. Bye.